Hi and welcome to Dressaging Lightness Online. I'm Leanne Williams and today we're continuing on with our work with Bindi. Bindi is a little horse that's used for RDA classes and for RDA riding. Her owner has only the use of one arm, and so we're progressing today with the in-hand work, teaching Bindi to respond to her riding bar, and I'm doing all the work with the bar. So we're trying to develop some cues for Bindi so that when Helen works with her, we can develop the balance and the coordination and the understanding that Bindi can do the neck extension, because that's going to be really vital for us to continue to be able to balance Bindi up laterally and stretch her longitudinally. So the first thing I'm going to do today is do some cues that get her concentration. So we're still going to go through the 4 phases, which is contact, balance, bend, neck extension. So you can see she's having a look out the door at the moment. So there's my mobility of the jaw. So I'm going to play with different positions. There's a horse out there wandering around, so I'm just going to move her over a bit more to the left, so I've got a little bit greater chance of having a impact on her mind. Good. Her behaviour wasn't bad, but let's just work it a little bit easier. Good. So there's the mobility of the jaw, and I'm playing around with different positions here. So the first thing that we would like is the contact. There it is. The next thing I would like is there's a little bit of yawning, is the balance. So Bindi's quite a balanced little horse, but with what we're doing with the balance is improving the switching on of these carrying muscles here. So what I would like to do is to lift a little. There's the shift of balance. I'd like her to be able to do it without shifting her legs. So good. I've got to keep the connection on the bar straight. Now from this position, with her head and neck straight, the bar sitting correctly in the middle of the wither, I'm going to ask her to turn. So I'd like her to turn without moving her legs. Now she's got out of balance, so I'm going to shift the balance back by a little lift. Good. Then I'm going to ask her to turn. Fantastic. Good. Now, because I've lost concentration, I'm going to ask her to turn back to the left. Now that one's going to be quite difficult. Yeah, good. So I'm going to move my body language back a little bit. But what I know with the bending is that it gives me access to these. She's turning in the direction of the bend, so that's quite normal. Good girl. Good girl. It gives me access to the carrying muscles. Now I can already see them start to switch on here, which is fabulous. Good. Good. Now I'm going to ask her to bend to the right again. Good. Good. And I'm going to ask her, to bend to the left. She can hear things in the car park. Now, I'm doing the bending, I want to keep the same balance. Good girl. And we have a saying, and it's called bend to extend. So we bend the neck to extend the neck. When we extend the neck, there's lots of yawning this morning, we relax. You can see here she's all relaxed through the base of the neck. Now when she first started as a little Arab, quite contracted, and she still is a little Arab, but she was high and a little contracted. So we've done a lot of work with the lunging to lengthen her frame. Good. And then I would like to do the bending, good, to get the extension of the neck. Fantastic. Good. She's letting out, we say that's letting out all her butterflies. That's great, Bindi. Good. So I'm still doing the bending and I'm practicing. Good. Practicing keeping the same feel. Good. That's where I need her. Not curling, so I'm going to lift up with the curling. Now I'm doing it with my right hand and I am right-handed. Helen only has use of her left hand. So I'm going to practice with my left hand in a moment, but I need to develop the cues. Good, this is very good. Yesterday we did the walking. Today I wanted to do a little bit more here so she doesn't over pole flex. We can say and I'm looking for these muscles to get stronger through here and this to get relaxed through the bottom. Right, with our left hand. We will do some walking and turning today. Good, but we'll do the bending first. Good, so we're going to bend to the left and then we're going to come around. Bend towards me, keeping in mind that we have a saying, bend to extend. So we can quietly do some exercises that help balance. See where she went to go to the left then, so I'm going to have to go a little bit slower. Good. And then I want to teach her to do the action reaction. So I'm going to have to come a little higher for the action reaction. Good. And a little higher because she's misinterpreting that with going backwards. There's my reach. Good. Good girl. Not pulling it out. So we want to keep her away from going too much pole flexion. The mate's all sticking up. Alrighty, so let's take the walk. I'm still playing around with the best way to whip, but I think that's going to be the best way. And I'm going to ask her to walk on. Good. And I practice, yep, that's where I want her there. So that longer neck, a bit more activity. And so I want Helen to be able to ride her in that position. Good. And the lengthening of the neck. Well done. Well done. This is fabulous. So I'm turning her to the left. Excellent. What Helen wants to do is do part of her work in this work. Yeah, good girl. And part of it work in this work. Super. And I'm turning her here. Good girl. And I could actually use the whip on both sides if I'm clever. Good. Then we're turning it. Come forward. So I know forward will give me length in the neck. Good, so I touch her with the whip. Well done, and we're turning, circling to the left. Circling to the left, good, come forward. Good, mobility of the jaw, come with me. Good, I've got to try and keep the bar on top of her with her. Well done, Dal. Well done, Dal. Good, there's a nice little right bend here. We can make different sizes of circles, come forward. Action, reaction, lengthen. Good. Bit of right bend. Now, turning, come forward. So a little tendency to just have a bit of left bend. So I'm just asking her to come over here. Good, good, good. That's great. That's great. I'm asking for that right bend. Good. So she's got to stretch the whole left side of her body. Fabulous. Fabulous. Good girl. Good. And we'll come around and we'll do a halt. Give the arm a little rest. Good. And to the stop. Oh, was actually going to be very nice. There we go. Good. One thing I had been thinking of last night was could I do it with my left hand from the right side? The only way I can do it with my left hand from the right side is to walk a little bit backwards, and I'm not sure that that's particularly safe. So I think we'll just be doing it from the left side. From the right side. Okay. Let's go again. Let's do this side. Good. Walk off. So we're wanting to keep her straight and walking. Lovely. Neck extension. And the turning. Good, and the turning. So aid her and staying in the turn to stay long in the neck. Love that, because we know the lengthening in the neck keeps her, yeah, good girl, keeps her as straight as possible. Good. Super. Very good. And we're turning. Good, and we're turning. Excellent. And turn to the right. Good. Keep the balance on the bar. Good. Good. Really good. Pull up a little. Turning to the left. Up a little. Great. And the halt. Well done. So we most definitely will be taking this forward to the saddle next week. Good, this is huge inroads. Good. The turning. I love that. Good, and then we can do a rebalance. Good, and walk on. Do a rebalance. Rebalance. Good, and walk on. Lovely. And rebalance. And rebalance. Good, and walk on. Super, and this time halt. So I halt my body, come up. Oh, but she'd stopped. Good, So I'd like her to hold her ground and then reach at the end of it. Here, don't use my left hand. Good. Drop the rein. Well done, doll. Okay, so she's going to be a little bit hooked on. And come with me. Yeah, she is. Good. It's where we like to say that the work that we do develops a connection, develops a relationship. Good. When they're first here, it takes a little bit of time to do that, but we can certainly get there. Let's do one more walking rebalance off the left rein. Good. And let's walk on. Straight first and walk on. Well done, not using my right arm. Super. Walking, lengthening in the neck. And rebalance. Good. Walk on. Good. She has a little bit of difficulty turning to the right. So we can do that. Fabulous. Fabulous. Good. And the rebalance. Great. And the walk on. Good girl. The rebalance. Good. And the walk on. Concentration. And the rebalance. She needs to walk a bit more actively forward. Oh, we're trotting. Good. And the walk on. And I'm going to go for the neck extension, so bring the bar a little higher than her mouth. There's the reach. Good, bar a little higher than her mouth. And there's the reach. Fabulous. Fabulous. There's the mobility, and I think the stop. Ho. Well done, doll. Good. I'm just seeing I can get some reach in the little action reaction at the halt. She's a bit confused. Mobility. You're good. You're good. Good girl. All right, that was great progress with Bindi again today. So most definitely next week we'll be riding using those skills, and Helen will be able to, without a doubt, do that herself. So we'll see you next week.